Remember those clunky headphones your grandpa used to wear? The ones that looked like they belonged on a pilot, not a teenager blasting Metallica. Turns out those old things are making a comeback. Call it nostalgia, call it hipster, call it what you will. Vintage headphones are cool again, but there's a catch. Vintage often needs a bit of love. And by love, we mean a bit of elbow grease and maybe a soldering iron. But don't worry, this isn't brain surgery, it's way more satisfying. Bringing a piece of audio history back to life is something even Hammond could manage, probably. Think of it like restoring a classic car. Except it's cheaper, less likely to catch fire, and you can do it in your pajamas. Plus, imagine the smug satisfaction of listening to your digital tunes through headphones that predate the internet. That's right, pure analog coolness. So roll up your sleeves, grab your toolbox, and let's get these bad boys singing again. Before you go digging into those dusty ear cups, you'll need the right tools. Don't worry, we're not talking about anything you'd need an engineering degree to operate, just some basic kit that wouldn't be out of place in a well-stocked garden shed. First up, a decent soldering iron. This is for reattaching wires that have given up the ghost. Don't go mad with the wattage. Remember, we're dealing with delicate electronics here, not welding a chassis. Next, a set of precision screwdrivers. You'll need them smaller than a gnat's whisker to deal with those tiny screws that hold everything together. Trust me, using a butter knife is not recommended. You'll also want some isopropyl alcohol and cotton swabs. This is for cleaning years of earwax and grime that's accumulated in the nooks and crannies. Think of it as a spa treatment for your headphones. Finally, a multimeter. This handy gadget checks for continuity and resistance, helping you diagnose electrical gremlins. Don't be intimidated by the name. It's easier to use than May's navigation system. Now for the fun part, the actual resurrection. First things first, disconnect the headphones from any power source. Don't want any accidental electrocutions. We're not filming another episode of Top Gear here. Next, carefully disassemble the headphones. Take photos as you go so you remember how it all goes back together. Trust me, headphone parts are not interchangeable. Inspect the wiring for any breaks or fraying. If you find any soldering iron time, remember a steady hand and a bit of patience go a long way. If in doubt, YouTube is your friend. Clean the ear cups and headband with isopropyl alcohol and cotton swabs. You'd be surprised, or maybe not, what lurks in those crevices. Years of sweat, dust, and maybe even the odd stray eyelash. If your headphones have foam ear pads, they're probably disintegrated by now. Luckily, replacements are easy to find online. Just make sure you get the right size and type for your model. Once everything is clean and dry, reassemble your headphones, referring to your photos. Congratulations, you've just breathed new life into a piece of audio history. Time to crank up the tunes and enjoy that vintage sound. Even with the best intentions, you might encounter a few hiccups during your headphone restoration project. Don't panic, these things happen. Here are a few common issues and their solutions. Problem 1, no sound in one ear cup. This usually means a broken wire or a loose connection. Check the wiring with your multimeter and re-solder any breaks. If the connections look good, the headphone driver itself might be gone. Time for a replacement. Problem 2, crackling or static noise. This usually indicates a dirty potentiometer, which is the little knob that controls the volume. Try cleaning it with contact cleaner and rotating it back and forth several times. If that doesn't work, you might need to replace the potentiometer. Problem 3, headphones sound muffled or distorted. This could be due to a damaged diaphragm in the driver. Unfortunately, this is a bit trickier to fix and might require replacing the entire driver unit. Problem 4, headband is loose or broken. This is a common problem with older headphones, as the materials can degrade over time. You can try repairing the headband with strong adhesive or stitching, but sometimes a replacement is the best option.